Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And no, this is not a 70s commercial for cleaning products. This is actually my way of adding some humor to break the ice and let you know that your home kind of has a smell to it. And we're going to need to get rid of it to get you top dollar. So stick around and find out what needs to be done. Okay, and we're back. Like I said, I know this is a touchy subject for a lot of folks, so I wanted to try and add some humor to it. When it comes to smells, the two biggest culprits, of course, is cigarette smoke and pet's hair and urine and things like that. In both cases, there are people with severe allergies, as in it can cause hives, it can cause, where they have to go to the hospital and they can't breathe. So if you advertise a smoke-free home, a pet-free home, animal-free home, when you go under contract, it's got to stay that way until you close. Because if someone finds out differently, especially if they come by for a walkthrough and all of a sudden they're breaking out in hives, well, that's a problem. Now, what can you do about it? All right. Obviously, the first thing is remove the culprit. So smoke outside. Rock the ganj outside if you can. Otherwise, get some edibles, okay? And for pets, well, doggy needs a bath. I know that, you like the smell of his Frito corn chip feet, but a lot of people don't. So that means he needs to get a bath. And then I think that my cat smells like fresh laundry, but guess what? I'm only tolerant to her dander only because I've had her since she was an itty bitty. I'm actually allergic to cats. I go in anyone else's house and I got to wash my face. So if I was having my home put up, I would actually been giving her a bath or, which is a scary thought, right? But, you do it gentle with towels and damp cloth. And then also I would have her in a crate in another room. I might even put her in a car with me and we go somewhere because I just want to make sure that I'm welcoming people into my home who would like to buy it. I don't care who the buyer is. I just want to get a good offer. That's the way I see it, right? So that's the one thing. The other things you can do is got to keep in mind that both of these things attach to everything. All right. Pet urine, cat smells, it's all porous material. So not just your walls that you might have to use primer and then paint, but all of your soft surfaces like my sofa, that might have to get the steamer people over, or I might do it myself a couple of times. Windows need to be cleaned. We moved into one apartment years ago that the people behind us, they smoked cigars in there for like 30 years, and the windows were dripping with tar. Literally dripping with tar. It was amazing. So my husband, back in the day, was a window cleaner, so he brought his tools from work and cleaned all the windows. But they stick to everything, including your holiday ornaments, picture frames, which, by the way, I mentioned before that personal pictures, you might want to put them away anyway, make things, boring. But anything like that, it's going to get to, and you're going to need to get out the cleaner and some paper towels. Change the filters. And not just change the filters, but if you can, clean out the HVAC system because the tar is in there. The smell from the kitty litter might be in there. The dander might be in there. Also, if you can get an ozone machine and do each room, that you might have to go and stay at a hotel for a couple days if you're doing that, because you don't want to be breathing that. But anything that you don't need, like I said before, we're going to pack it up and put it away anyway, but this will make that job much easier. But in the meantime, once you put up on market, like I said before, it belongs to somebody else now. We don't know who it is, but we just know that somebody else is going to have that home, right? And we want to make sure that they feel comfortable while they're there. So anything that's smooth, anything that's soft, anything that's porous, it's all going to get in those nooks and crannies. Oh, and one more reminder, speaking of making your home comfortable for other people, clean up the dog poop in the backyard. Hi, so I do hope that I helped you out, and I didn't mean to offend you if I did. Sometimes we just got to give out the tough love, don't we? Mwah! And remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.